Why is it that AEW feels like I'm watching a wrestling show produced by Vince McMahon? You see, when AEW first got on the scene, it was, at that time, it was a breath of fresh air because we know who was still behind the scenes running the show of WWE at the time. It was Vince, and everything was flowed different on AEW when it first started. It was real good. You had the Young Bucks. I believe this is the dynamic of it. The Young Bucks is the EVPs of the tag team division. You have Kenny Omega was the EVP of special entrance. I felt that Cody Rhodes was like probably the COO of the company. He was the EVP of operations. And then you have Tony Khan as like the boss, the leader of everything. You know what I'm saying? So I think when Cody Rhodes left, he felt like he had some unfinished business with WWE. It was like, but I think it was more than that. I think Tony Khan sort of stripped responsibility away from Cody because Tony Khan was like, hey, I got this, okay? I've seen how producing wrestling shows work, so I'm going to take over. I don't know. I have an idea of what happened, but I don't have no clue because I'm not there. I wish I was there. Wish I was working for AEW. That'd be kind of awesome, but I'd rather work for WWE though. But I don't know, man. It seems to me that AEW Tony Khan works like Vince because you look at Dynamite now, it's like certain lack thereof of a story or they do have a story that drives the matches you see on TV. It's like, it's kind of iffy. I'm like, oh, you could have did better with that story, man. Or sometimes they do a story, then all of a sudden they drop the whole thing after you have to blow off, and then there it is. I'm like, oh dang, okay. Or you're building your matches like an actual sport events like MMA, but it so happens to be pro wrestling. I'm like, you can't do that. You can't take MMA dynamic of being a sport-like atmosphere and then trying to say pro wrestling is more sport than entertainment. It's always been a good mixture of being an entertaining sport. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have some story with your matches so that makes the fans care of what's going on. What are these two fighters or wrestlers? What are they fighting for, and why should the people care that bought the ticket? If you can answer those three questions, you would sell a fucking ticket. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. You know what I think about the whole dynamic of AEW that's surrounding Tony Khan is that I think like the stars that draw money, especially some of his EVPs, you have either I think you have Chris Jericho and the Bucks. Even Mercedes Moné is getting in his ear and telling him things that don't make no sense, and Tony Khan's just like, okay, I do that or whatever. I feel that Tony Khan's not being a leader. He want to be everybody's friend. But that's the totally opposite of what Vince McMahon did. But still, that's bad policy if you're the boss. I mean, you should have to. It's so funny because you should have if you're the boss, you should have the know-how and the expertise to run a show regarding what kind of genre it is. I mean, come on now. And also, you shouldn't be everybody's friend. If you're the boss, I am not your friend. I am your boss. You do what I say because I'm your boss. I sign your checks. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yes, it should be some friendly interaction, like, and also an open door policy. You come at me with a problem. In the best of my ability, I can try to accommodate you. You know what I'm saying? If it makes sense. But yeah, it's like, no, I'm not your friend if I'm your boss. I'm your boss first. It's like being a parent. I'm not your friend. I am your parent, son or daughter. I'm your parent first and your friend later. You know what I'm saying? You're only my friend if you help pay a bill or some shit. It's like, I'm only your friend first and your boss second if you put asses in seats and help me make some money. You know what I'm saying? Oh, damn, you a golden goose. hey, you're my friend now. You helped me get paid. But yeah, man, WWE is kicking AEW's ass. Oh man, and I've been watching AEW ever since I was 6, back in the late 80s, early 90s. Yeah, man, WWE is kicking their ass. I mean, Triple H is doing a good job. There's been hit and misses there. It's been very few fuck ups under Triple H. You know what I'm saying? When I watch Raw and SmackDown, the whole dynamic reminds me of NXT Black and Gold. You know what I'm saying? So AEW storylines don't make sense. Like, for example, what's this whole dynamic between MJF as the heel and then you have Adam Cole as the face? How come he didn't interject, like, you caused me to shatter my ankle when I couldn't wrestle? How come he didn't say that bullshit? That's a very interesting and important thing to acknowledge in that fucking sorry ass promo he did where it didn't make sense. And I know that they kind of swapped the personalities, because at first Adam Cole was the heel. At one point he disclosed himself as being the devil, and then MJF was the face, and it kind of makes sense a little bit. But then something happened and we didn't see Adam Cole anymore. Now he's back. Now the whole shit swapped, which MJF is better as a heel anyway, and then you have a face, Adam Cole. So if Adam Cole is a baby face, so is he still part of the Undisputed Kingdom? Cause that's a heel group. I don't know what the fuck. Comment below.